I'm Mike, one half of the Cannoli Boys, and I'm welcoming you back to Christian Jackson's vlog.
Welcome to day 2 of our show in China, MIA Festival, or MIA Festival, if you want to call it that. I've been on site for a little bit here. Just been waiting to get power sorted so we could start turning stuff on. And I wanted to go configure these new artnet nodes that the company bought for our show. The reason they bought the nodes is because they were previously using NPUs for DMX output. And I told them that it's not necessary because NPUs are for processing. That's why they're called network processing units. And I told them that we could run a whole 54 universe show on one full-size console and I think 3 NPUs. I think we can barely need that third NPU for the parameters, but we're gonna go set up their new artnet nodes and hopefully start flashing some lights. So here is the dimmer beach. This is what I need to configure back here. These are the artnet boxes that they bought for this show. And so this will be responsible for DMX Universe 1 through 8, 9 through 16, 17 through, what is that, 24, so on and so forth. Oh no. The touch. Shit. The screen on this NPU is so uncalibrated, I can't even select any menu items, so I'm using the mouse that Pavel gave me to go into setup and calibrate screen. Now, I don't even know if we can. I don't think it's picking up the range. Okay, I guess no touchscreen on that NPU. This is absolutely terrifying to watch. It's like 8 guys lifting this scenic piece into position. Hi. What's up?
This light.
Which light?
View face.
Yes.
Because maybe because maybe you want to turn around.
Right.
So this flash is on the left. This flash on the up.
Mm-hmm.
This flash on the right.
Those ones are not here anymore. Those 6 don't exist. It's been a little hectic today trying to get everything with the fiber switch setup that they were using here working with our setup, because usually we just request 4 to 5 Cat5 lines separated just because it's easier for everybody and there's less to troubleshoot if you're running everything on their own separate lines. But we finally got everything working. And how this is working is these, first of all, this is only half of our data world. The other half is in a tent over there, much like this one. The MA is sending artnet via the master in the session, which is the main console, over Ethernet to this switch. This switch is then sending artnet again to these nodes, and you can see on here that these guys have these nice little check marks, and I get to have the satisfaction of peeling off that plastic. Oh yeah. Now from the node we have 8 outputs on the back. Let me see if I can get this brighter for you here. We have 8 DMX outputs per node. Those DMX outputs then pop into these splitters. Okay, so these splitters are just isolated duplicators, and they take data in from one of the universes out of the artnet node and they duplicate it across these outputs here. So this is all universe 20, as you can see here, universe 21, universe 24, so on and so forth with all of these racks here. The splitter world is a little overkill for this stage, I'll be completely honest. I designed the stage to not require so many splitters, but they just kind of brought everything because apparently in China if you kind of have one setup that works on a show, you just keep taking it to all the other shows regardless of what is actually needed. So we have way overkill on splitter land, but that's okay. Besides, I'd much rather have overkill on important gear than underkill. And yeah, here's our other dimmer beach. This is dimmer beach 2, or stage left dimmer beach. While we're here and the sun's setting, isn't that beautiful over there? Just that awesome sunset. I'm gonna show you guys what it's like to enter the stage as an artist. Now, everybody's gonna be kind of back here in the staging area here, and then over there as well. And then to get onto the stage, you just follow these steps here. So all of our artists will be coming through this staircase here. We'll be cleaning up everything, making it a little safer for everybody. But let's just give you an idea. Step over the cables. And then this will be the entrance, which actually allows for kind of a secret entry because this staircase blocks a lot of the view from the crowd. And then to get up to the DJ booth, we have another set of stairs. I'm actually really proud of this DJ booth. It's one of my favorite things I've made or came up with. I didn't really put it together. A bunch of Chinese guys did. And then you're greeted with this view. So we got everything coming along really nicely, actually. LED wall is getting sorted. We've got our artnet patched in. All the fixtures are up for the most part, just finishing off some of the wings. And then, yeah, it'll be game time. As soon as the lights go down, we'll be able to start actually doing some troubleshooting because I don't think anything is actually hard patched yet. I don't think any of these fixtures have been pre-patched. But we'll see. I don't know. They've got a couple guys running around up there with some sheets of paper. I don't know if those are patch sheets or not. And then way out there is front of house. One thing I think we're going to work on for tomorrow is making this DJ booth flush from the riser up here. So that'll give the DJs a little more real estate as far as jumping up and down on stage decks. I mean, not to say they don't have a whole acre's worth of real estate as well as a thrust to go out and dance on. So we'll see how they use that. So these pipe structures, they're like pipe facades on truss. They look pretty good from the front. I'll show you what they got going on from behind. You can actually see we've got my stickers on here. They'll be modding those later. It doesn't look so hot from the back, however. They got these limited edition Chauvet clamps they're using. Oh wow, they went double safe on these guys too. Double the safety. Hello.
Left or right, you control.
It looks great. The sun's going down and it took us almost an hour and a half or 2 hours to troubleshoot their gigabit switch or their fiber switch problem. But now that it's fixed, I'm running the test pattern. You can kind of see everything's just kind of chasing within its own little group. And every moving head is panning and tilting opposite of its partner in a circle. So they're just going to kind of run through, make sure all the addresses are set correctly. And then I don't think we'll get to program tonight, but definitely tomorrow we'll have almost all night to program. That'll be nice. We're getting pretty close to calling it quits for tonight. I want to get the DJ booths, knock off ACL bars, addressed and moded, make sure they are working properly. We're just about there. We had a wrong fixture type. We were told we were going to get one type of beam, and turns out we just found out that we got a different type of beam, one that's actually a little bit better. So I'm not too bummed about that. Just have to make sure we advance that with the other LEDs that are coming in. Not a big deal, you just replace the fixture type in the patch and everything else is pretty much the same. So no big deal.
All right, we're gonna pause the video right here for a second, see if you guys can tell what I messed up when I was trying to be cool and film setting up the DJ booth. I'll give you a few seconds here. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to set the DMX address to the DMX address instead of the universe. 45 is the universe and not the address.
Ah. 66. Okay, that's wrong. It has, I think, the wrong DMX universe plugged into it. Guys, it's not supposed to be doing that.
So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the China vlogs. There's about 2 more. We got 1 more setup day, and then I've got 1 for the show days coming out pretty soon. Appreciate your guys' patience. I'm actually out on tour now. This is like 4 months later. I try to put these videos together whenever I have spare time when I'm on tour, so I really appreciate your guys' patience, as well as all the support over on Patreon. Links for everything, my social media, Patreon, are down below in the description. We're gonna go do a escape room on one of our days off on tour, then continue on the rest of these shows. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.